Hey everybody, this is Nitty. I'm doing a little review showing you this is a 2006 Lexus GS 300. I installed that Tesla style radio on my vehicle. It didn't come with instructions from Phoenix Android Radios. I reached out to them. I have nothing bad to say about them. I just couldn't get enough tech support. Not too many people have too much information on these, so I felt like maybe I should help a couple people out that was going through issues as far as I was. Okay, for one, I can't figure out how to change this. I can't. So I think I might have to download a car launcher to get rid of this, which unfortunately I didn't want to do, but it seems like I'm gonna have to because I can't get rid of that picture itself. Anything I do, it just doesn't change that picture. When I set as the wallpaper, it changes this menu background for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. So that's one of my issues. I don't have an issue with my airbag sensors at all, as you can see. Trying to see if it can focus a little more. I have no issues with the airbag. I've seen a couple people talk about Lexus with airbags. I don't have that issue. Actually, I have no issues. I did have quite a few issues in the beginning. My tire pressure sensor, I could not figure out why on my dash it kept staying on with the warning light, but I figured it out. On top of the original radio is a little black box. You gotta make sure you take that little black box off because it plugs into one of the wires in the back, and that little black box is for your tire pressure sensors. So you gotta make sure you take that little black box. You could try to get it on the back. I didn't connect it to anything back there. I just plugged it in and I just dropped it back there. There's plenty of room back there, so you won't have no issues with that. But that was one of the issues I had, that the wiring didn't explain nothing for me. As far as the radio work, like everything works. I did notice sometimes when I have it on a video and I shut my car off, I noticed that when I turn it back on later on, when I get back in my car or something, that my sound doesn't come out. I don't know why, but it does. So sometimes I have to sit here, I gotta click the little menu, I have to clear everything, I have to click the radio, get the volume up a little bit, and then shut off the car, shut it on, or sometimes shut off the radio like once or twice until it registers with my speakers, and then you'll hear the volume, the sound come out the speakers. Another thing was, I have the automatic reverse mirrors where they automatically tilt. For a while, my reverse mirrors weren't tilting. And I don't know if it was my ECU or the computer centers or what the case was. At first, they weren't working. So I came into the menu here. Let me go into the settings real quick. Because if you have the tilt mirrors, you're going to have this issue. And to get into extra settings, the passcode is 4, 5, 6. Click OK. And you're going to come down right here, reverse mirror. It was originally on close. You want to make sure you click open on that if you have the reverse tilt mirrors, because if not, you're going to have that issue that your mirrors won't tilt when you throw it in reverse. Mine weren't tilting. So the minute I did that and I opened it up and I pressed open, my mirror started tilting after I turned off the car and turned off the car and turned it back on. I apologize, I'm over here stuttering in that. As far as that, this right here is where you would change your logo. Like I said, for me it's not working. I can't seem to figure it out. This, like when I set this right here, when the car's off for a little bit and you turn it on, it comes up on the boot menu, but it comes up tilted to the side, and I can't figure out how to get it exactly like this. I watched some videos where you would rotate it and that, but yet it's still not working for me. So I still have a little figuring out how to figure. I still have to mess with it a little bit to figure it out. And once I do, I'll help anybody that needs help with it. Like I said, I'm still here trying to learn the thing, learn the radio and that. So it's just certain things that I can't do all at once. Now, as you've seen, I have the reverse cam on here. I installed it myself. This is an aftermarket camera. My car did not have a camera. I didn't have the navigation screen or none of that, so I didn't have the camera in the back. I pretty much got one for like 10 bucks on the internet or something like that. It was supposed to go over my original license plate light, but it didn't match up quite enough, so I just put it on as the best I can where the light would come through the clear part of the lens that I got, and I epoxied it around it so it was water, you know what I mean, like watertight, so no water gets in it. And then I kind of taped the edges, so it just made it look a little better. I'll show you this in case you ever get this camera. I'm trying to see if it can focus right here. Sorry about the lighting, guys, but I can't see it too good. But I taped right here. I kind of broke the little piece over here. It's not the plastic itself, but I broke the little screw right here. It was so rusted, so this piece right here broke and a little, like, kind of cracked. So what I did was I taped it. You can't really notice. I don't really care. And I taped this side just to make it blend in a little bit. But when I put it on, it was kind of like a tight fit, so it kind of like cracked my fiberglass on the cover. But you can't really notice it unless you're really in there. I notice it because it's my car and I put it on. But other than that, it works perfectly fine. I'm not worried about it. It looks pretty much like it came out the factory like that, like the manufacturer. Yeah, I'm sorry guys about the video. Like I said, I don't have nobody here to actually like hold the camera, but it's just the best I could do for you guys. Like I said, I've been seeing some videos on there, but they were like 29 seconds long, 49 seconds long, not too much to go off of. And on the developer options, passcode is 7890. Okay. Down here, everything is pretty much set for how you need it. I was messing with these up here. I really don't know what they do. I think this is the menu. No, this is not the menu. That menu really does nothing for us, to be honest. There's really nothing in there. Alright, this is the menu right here. We can get back in here. Oops. Back this out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, and when you get your radio, you're gonna have to select your radio region. And you want to click USA. Mine came up Europe. I don't know how yours is gonna come up. Mine came up Europe, so I had to set it to USA. The panel lighting. I've been messing with them, but they really don't do nothing. So I'm not too sure. I was under the assumption it was for the lighting for these buttons, because at night you can't see them at all. So I don't know if anybody knows if there's lights in them, or is that just white panel coloring, you know? Like, I was hoping that they were actual lights, where at night you would see them and you could use them. But I haven't found anything to turn them on if they are lights. I mean, these are just your knobs and a reverse line ruler, but I do it and it doesn't really work for me. I'll show you right now. You see, I just turned it off. They said to do this to reset it. Or you could just turn off the radio, I believe. Either way, it doesn't work for me. Anyway, I tried. I throw it in reverse, and my lines are still there. So I don't know what it really does. I just keep it on just in case. But as you see, like it just stays over. I don't get it. So everything's out for your amp, and if you want to disable your camera and for the rear view if you don't want to use it. It's just a whole bunch of miscellaneous things you can do in there. But that's one of my main issues right here, is changing that in my boot picture, like my background picture and my boot picture. I really didn't want to put a car launcher on because it changes everything up, but I'm going to try one, see how they look. And another thing is my Fahrenheit. How to change the Celsius to Fahrenheit. I can't seem to figure that out, so that's another issue I've been having there. I can't figure it out. And then this, on our factory one, if you notice, it was always digital and it will show you the number. This one just shows high and low. So if you will hold it, and then like click it, now that's the heat. And then you will hold it to get it down to the AC. That'll be AC. That's how I took it. And it's the same here for this side. Now the buttons here, I don't know if you will plug the wiring from here into there. Like I don't know, because it doesn't work for me, obviously. Like, it doesn't work. It's not like I accidentally, when I pressed it, I accidentally moved this earlier, so don't think like you press it and it moves. It's not gonna move. So I don't know if the wires from in here, if they plug into one of the wires in the back, because you're gonna have a couple extra wires. So I'm not sure if that's the purpose, or is that for maybe the IS or something like that. I'm under the assumption, because they told me, and this is another thing, guys. I'm gonna show you right now. Car settings. I think it was in here. Cancel that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me find it real quick. Now this was my right here. Model choose. They have a whole bunch of different ones, but there's no Lexus in here. So I'm not too sure about what this screen is, and I noticed everything in here is like double or triple. It's weird. So I'm not too sure about that. And another thing was, it's not that around here. I'm trying to find it. Is it in my car? The other car settings? Is it in this one? Vehicle configuration. Oh yeah, right here it is. On your vehicle configurations, when you go into your main menu and you come over to your car, down to vehicle configuration, see it shows Lexus IS. Mine is a GS300 and it's a 2006. So I asked them, does that have a big difference for my controls? And they told me no, that Lexus, everything on board works the same. So I'm not too sure, familiar with the situation with that, but like I said, I don't know if anybody's more familiar with this type of radio than I am with this vehicle itself. But if you are, can you please message me to figure out if you're familiar with changing this and these other issues. If you can, I would definitely appreciate it. And then they say that if you hold the screen, you can put widgets on there. Mine doesn't do it. And I've noticed a lot of cars with this type of radio, you're running the PX3. This is the T3. Now, I don't know if they trying to tell me this is newer, but it seems to me like it's older. So I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that because I don't know if it's newer or older, but they're telling me it's newer or something like that. It just seemed like they were just trying to get me off the phone, because I noticed on the other screens it looks a lot newer up here, and then they slide. This one doesn't slide. I noticed they have a little the navigation here. Like, everything just looked a lot better. I may be wrong. Maybe this is newer, or maybe this is the older one. It just looks older than me for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. It seems like they could have, for being in a Lexus, you know, you would think that it should look a lot better. And I just can't seem to figure it out. But if any of you can help me, I definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys for your time and watching the video. I know it probably wasn't much help, but if you do need help with wiring, or you want to see how I wired my radio and my camera and how I ran everything, just message me on the bottom, or however you get a hold of me, and I'll do a video for you. Because like I said, it doesn't come with instructions at all, so everything, I had to figure everything out for myself, and I can show you exactly what box, what wire it connects to, and exactly how to deassemble this and assemble everything back, and how I ran my wiring and my microphone and my video cable through my my door seals and all that right through the back. But thanks a lot for watching my video, guys. And then again, and this was for 2006 Lexus GS 300.